the safety of the entire flock and save one sheep, perhaps that will be up to Allah to protect that person. So the important thing, brothers and sisters, is the shepherd personifies unity and keeps the flock together. And there is a proverb that is attributed to Isa alayhi salam, where it says, strike the shepherd and the sheep will be killed. And this happens all the time, brothers, within our institution, within society. The goal is to find out who's the thought leader, who's the key person. Cut that person down, everybody else comes apart and falls down. So the shepherd builds the restraints and barriers to herd the sheep into a zone of protection and keeps the flock firmly under control, knowing the personal needs of each member of the flock. And that is an important aspect of the leader and the shepherd as a servant of the community and the flock. I need to be out there understanding what are the issues, what are the difficulties being faced by people, so that I can be a supporter, understand them, guide them, and be there for them. So leading the flock on a journey is important, but the important thing also is the shepherd needs to bring the flock home. So the shepherd has to constantly think about the consequences of action and how does he keep the people and the flock together and bring them back home. So the focus, my dear brothers and sisters, on service and welfare of the herd and the flock is important. The shepherd is protecting and serving. The shepherd is not fleecing the flock. There is no personal gain or benefit that the shepherd should be focused on in serving. So the leader leads by serving, by being a role model, by doing what he preaches and commands. And that's how he garners the admiration and affection of the people, not by the mere title or the appointment or position. Just by being there as a president or a vice president does not garner one true respect and recognition. And there's an African proverb I use in my business word too. It says, a log of wood may lie in the river for years. It doesn't become a crocodile by itself. So the fact that I've been a president and somebody has put me up, elected, been there for years, it does not mean I'm worthy of it. I have to work towards that service of the people and gain their admiration and gain their respect. So when the Prophet ﷺ emphasized the leader of the people is a servant, let us keep in mind the leader serves people both as groups and as individuals. So the leader, brothers and sisters, the time is short, but there are a series of characteristics that become important. Of course, there has to be a strong iman, belief and action for the leader. There has to be taqwa with humility before Allah and before the creation. There has to be a focus on others and justice, doing things with raham, with compassion and care, with sabr, with patience and tolerance. And most with faith and tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with shura, with consultation, with ihtisab, accountability, and ilm, with knowledge, and hikmah, with wisdom, with selflessness and sacrifice. But most importantly, keeping in mind that this is an amanah, and I need to be turning to Allah for guidance in discharging this amanah. So I end with this reminder, brothers and sisters. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu relates that as he assisted and supported Umar radiallahu anhu at the time of his Khilafah, one day he seemed Umar radiallahu anhu was particularly burdened. He was heaving sighs of concern. And he asked him, what is bothering you today? And he said, I'm concerned about who would be succeeding and would there be the right capabilities and approach. And he laid out the qualities of a leader. He said, one who is firm but not overbearing, one who is soft but not weak, one who is generous but not extravagant, and one who is thrifty but not miserly. He said, only such a person is fit for this task. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us truly appreciate the significance of this amanah of shepherdship and leadership that He's granted to all of us, to one degree or another. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us stand up to the task of discharging this amanah of leadership with sincerity and with honesty, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all recognize that in positions of leadership, we are servants. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the service that we will provide in this regard. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Amma ba'd, fa ya ma'ashar al-muslimin. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد في هذه الصلاة. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد في هذه من قعد وقام. اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابة والخلفاء الراشدين والتابعين وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. اللهم أيد الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم قوي إيمان إخواننا وأخواتنا في كل مكان خصوصا في فلسطين وسوريا ويمن وكل الجزائر وكل أفريقيا وكل أمريكا وكل آسيا خصوصا إيران وعراق وأفغانستان وإندونيسيا وماليزيا وهند وباكستان وبنغلاديش وكشمير وميانمار وروس وصين وتركيا وفي كل مكان. اللهم قوي إيمانهم وثبت أقدامهم وانصرهم على عدوهم. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين. اللهم ارحم والدينا ووالد والدينا ومن له فضل علينا في الدنيا والآخرة. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم فرج كروب المسلمين وعامر روعة المسلمين واستر عورات المسلمين. اللهم إنا أعوذ بك من كل سيء الأسقام. اللهم إنا أسألك العافية. اللهم إنا أسألك العافية. آمين يا رب العالمين. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر.